Hi, I'm Jonathan M0JSX, and it is now Amazon Prime Day, which seems to last about 3 days. I'm not quite sure that Jeff Bezos knows quite how long a day is. Anyway, I have been trawling through some of the deals that I have found and sort of compiled a little list, and I'm going to link you to my Amazon storefront down below. Now, this, of course, is an Amazon affiliate link. I am part of the Amazon affiliate program. So if you happen to purchase one of the items that I've linked down below, it doesn't cost you a penny more. I just get a tiny bit of commission for pointing you in Amazon's direction. As I say, doesn't cost you anything, and that money I can use to help fund the channel and hopefully bring you some more interesting things going forward. So I've got 14 products, mostly because I couldn't find a 15th that I really wanted to include. So 14 products. Let's go through them. The first off is this, which is a Xiegu G90. Now, I know so many people who shout at me that the G90 is such a great radio, and I've used one. A local amateur has got a G90, and I've had a quick play on his. Really like it. So it's a 20 watt HF portable radio, I suppose, although you could, I suppose, use it in the shack as well. 15% off currently with Amazon Prime Day on a Prime Day deal. So it means it was £445, and I have seen them at that price elsewhere on the internet. On Amazon Prime at the moment, it's £378.25. And of course, that price would also include free shipping if you're a Prime member. I believe that's also a Prime exclusive price. I don't quite know how it works. Anyway, if you're an Amazon Prime member and you fancy picking up a G90 for cheap, well, there you go, £378.25, and you can have a really rugged, portable 20 watt radio, which does pretty much everything. Only thing to bear in mind with the G90, if you do want to run it with things like FT8 or any other data mode, you're going to need a little adapter converter box. Xiegu do one which I think is a DE19. I might have that wrong. Or there's always the DigiRig as well, which I can highly recommend. So that's it, the Xiegu G90, £378.25 currently. Next up is this, which is the Radtel RT880G. This is the GPS and APRS version. I actually have one of these currently that Radtel have sent to me for review. That review is coming up probably in a couple of weeks' time, but spoiler alert, I really like this radio. It's got full HF receive. It does 2 meters SSB receive as well. It's obviously got GPS with built-in APRS as well. It's also got a crossband repeater functionality, so if you want, you can put this and transmit into it on 2 and it comes out on 77s and vice versa. It's a really well put together piece of equipment, and for less than £100, I think that's fantastic value for money. This isn't exclusively a Prime Day deal, but it is cheaper than they are normally, £97 rather than £129. So, you know, you're saving over 30 quid there. This one appears to come with the programming cable. I've seen other listings online which don't come with the programming cable, which is a shame. So definitely pick up the version that does have the programming cable, if only because the software is by far the easiest way to program this radio, particularly when it comes to some of the APRS settings. And it's not a standard USB-C cable, unfortunately. It is it's kind of serial over a USB Type-C connector. Bit bizarre. At least it does charge with USB Type-C. Radtel RT880G, my second find this Amazon Prime Day. Next up, a radio from Retevis. Now, we've reviewed this on the channel in the past, and I'll link to that review up there. But this is the Retevis RT95. It's available both with or without an optional sort of mag mount antenna. Without the antenna, it's £101.99. With is £115.59. And those prices are brilliant for a 25 watt, really reliable VHF UHF mobile radio. It's just fantastic. It's the same radio that Anytone sell under their brand, and a few others sell it as well under their brand. I know Retevis have been very kind to me. I've currently got another Retevis mobile radio with a review coming out either later this week or early next week. So I can really recommend Retevis as a company. And yeah, the RT95 is a super choice. And recently I have learned that there is a chap in Australia who is producing a separation cable for this radio. If I can find the link, I'll link it down below. But if you wanted to remove the front panel and locate that somewhere else, that is now possible thanks to a third-party separation cable. Next up, a couple of radios from TID Radio, or TID Radio as we're technically supposed to call it. This is the TD-H3, so it's not their latest H3 Plus. I've got one of those coming from TID Radio, which we'll review in a few weeks' time here on the channel. But this is the first version of the radio that I reviewed, again linked up there. £26.99 for a radio which is really quite rugged and reliable. It's kind of no nonsense. It's 5 watts out on VHF, UHF. It's got a really bright torch or flashlight if you want. Charges over USB Type-C and also programs over USB Type-C with a bog standard USB-C cable, which I love to see. £26.99, you can't really go wrong. Oh, and it also does Bluetooth programming as well, using their OD Master app as well. While we're mentioning that OD Master app, we'll also mention the TID Radio TD-H8, available at £29.99, so what's that, £3 more, and you can have a 10 watt radio. This doesn't do that USB-C programming, but it does still support that Bluetooth programming. They work really well. It's available in a choice of either black crystal or green. I've got the black one personally. I quite like the black one, but I do have the crystal version of the H3, which I also really like. Yeah, to be honest, at less than 30 quid, if you just wanted to pick up a second radio and maybe use it in the car as a kind of mobile replacement, that's going to be a pretty good option, to be completely honest with you. Honourable mention this, a Quansheng UVK5. I'm sure we've all got one by now, but if you haven't, £22.09 on a Prime Day deal, 15% off currently. Moving away from radios now, let's talk about batteries. The first one I'm mentioning is not actually on a Prime Day deal, but I do actually own one of these. I purchased this full retail cost. It was, I'll be honest, I bought mine a few months ago. It was ever so slightly cheaper than what they're selling for now, but we're talking a couple of pounds in it really. This is the EcoWorthy 20 amp hour LiFePO 4 12 volt lithium battery. I really like this battery. I used it for the mega stream that we did a number of weeks ago now. I was using this battery with my ICOM IC7300. It didn't miss a beat. They just work. £63.99 down from, normally I think normal price is about £79.99. I don't think it's exclusively a Prime Day deal per se, but I think it is an exclusive Prime member price. I don't quite know how it works. Anyway, I can recommend that battery. In that theme, this is also a really popular battery from EcoWorthy. This is the 30 amp hour LiFePO 4 battery. More of a traditional sort of battery type shape, being quite square. I quite like the 20 amp hour being quite sort of long and thin. It means I can sort of pack it around it quite easy. I suppose you could with this as well. £74.99 for the 30 amp hour. Just going through the other options, there's a 50 amp hour version for £114.99, and then if you wanted to jump up to the 100 amp hour version, that's going to cost you £329.99. Again, all of that is about 25% off across the range of the EcoWorthy batteries there. And I suppose if you're buying a EcoWorthy battery, you've got to probably need an EcoWorthy charger to go with it. There are a few options here. This is the 10 amp one, which will charge all of those just fine. £47.99. It will do the job of charging those batteries. quite happily. Of course, you don't have to have that particular LifePro 4 battery charger. Just make sure that whatever battery charger you do have, if you intend to use it with a LifePro 4 battery, does support charging a LifePro 4 battery. You can't just put any old charger on a LifePro 4, it will ruin them. Now moving into sort of more test equipment, but obviously at the kind of cheaper entry-level end. This is a Tiny SA. This is great if you wanted to test for harmonics from your radios, along with other bits and pieces. Kind of frequency analyzer is how it's described here. 15% off currently, £52.67. I should really think about getting one of these for testing radios and seeing the harmonics. I know it's not the most calibrated thing in the world, but it's certainly going to give an indication. Talking about not being calibrated but giving an indication, there's also on Prime Day the Nano VNA. So this is the smaller screen version. This is £43.34, 15% off currently for Prime Day. If you love tinkering with antennas, these are great. Not only will it show you like the dip in SWR, you can also get some really complex data, things like Smith charts, which I don't know how to read. Mike, M0MSN, I'll link him up there. He has tried to explain Smith charts to me several times. It still doesn't go in. But Nano VNA is a really great option. Again, one of those things I should really think about getting. I'm hobbling along with an MFJ antenna analyzer, but I think in the not too distant future I'm probably going to end up picking up a Nano VNA, just because it's so much easier to use and gives far more data. Now this is a bit of a weird choice, but bear with me for a second. This is a first aid pouch, which you may be thinking, how has this got anything to do with radio? And you'd kind of be right. Only that I watched a video series that Steve, Temporarily Offline, did months and months and months ago. And he is the reason that I purchased the Yaesu FT90, that radio that I accidentally purchased. Because he did a video talking about an FT90 and putting it in one of these pouches. And I've not done that yet. But I think I probably will end up doing that, if only for it'll be somewhere to keep the FT90 other than its box. But these have got quite, I can think of a heap of uses for one of these pouches. I could really see myself putting together like a whole little station based around a handheld, maybe something like the TED Radio TDH8 that we've already talked about in this video. You know, putting one of those in here with maybe a USB-C battery charger for it, or maybe something like a battery eliminator if they do one for it, a roll-up J-pole, a small length of coax, and basically having a whole station ready to go in a bag that I can just literally grab and take. Quite like the idea of that. I mean, they're £8.49 for a black one. That is the cheapest colour they have. They vary in price from that. Most expensive you'd end up paying for one of these about £10.50 on Prime Day. Not quite sure why there's such a variation in price. Anyway, £8.50 and a nice bag to kind of put some radio gear in. Last couple of items now, and in a recent video we built or rebuilt my DVM hotspot. It's still sitting over here, and a few days later I posted a link and included this. I'm including it here as well. This is basically everything you would need in order to get your DVM hotspot going. The only thing you need to add to this is a Raspberry Pi, but this comes with the DVM hotspot board itself. With some headers that you could solder onto your Raspberry Pi 02W if you don't buy the version that has a pre-soldered header. Comes with a case, comes with a USB cable and a short antenna as well, and all this sort of fixing hardware that you would need. It's currently less than 40 quid, so by the time that you've added another sort of 15 to 18 quid for another Raspberry Pi to go in this, you know, you'd be looking at building a complete hotspot for somewhere around 50 quid. It'd probably be about 55 quid, but yeah, you go so good for less than £60. That would of course be provided that you've already got an SD card that you can shove into this, and an old phone power supply you'd need as well. But most of us have already got some of those things lying about in a drawer. I can highly recommend it. Mine's been working for years. It is basically the same board. yeah, they just work. Finally, I am useless at finding the correct connector, particularly when it comes to my sort of handheld radios. So this is quite a clever solution. So at one end you've got an SO239, at the other end you've got an SMA male, and then a couple of different adapters that you can put onto that. So you could either put on another SO239 in order to use this kind of as a bit of an extension. You could put a PL259, or you could got an SMA female to female barrel connector. So this is kind of really designed if you've got an antenna coming down from the roof, maybe that's on a big chunky piece of coax that you need to get into your radio somehow, and you need a bit of flexibility. Well, this is the perfect thing. If you've got a handheld radio, it's never good to use sort of adapters on the top of the radio. It's always good to have some kind of breakout cable. That's exactly what this is, and then comes with a couple of adapters so you could use it into your mobile radio if you wanted to. £11.89. You can't really go wrong with that. It's 50 centimeters long in total, so half a meter. It's mode of RG316, so I mean that coax is not going to be any good for long lengths, but in a short length like this, absolutely perfectly fine, and you're not going to notice it whatsoever. You can buy it in a few different lengths. I've just gone for the 50 centimeter one just because what it's really designed here is being a kind of adapter. So thanks very much for watching this video. As I say, if you do click the link down below, I earn a tiny amount of commission in order for pointing you in Amazon's direction, but you don't pay a penny more. Also keen to know if you've spotted anything sort of amateur radio related that I haven't. It's perfectly possible. Let's have a bit of a conflab down below in the comments. If you've liked this video, there's a button specifically for that. If you haven't, there's another one that seems to work just fine too. And if you haven't already done so, please do click on that subscribe button and also click that notification bell, and you'll be told whenever I upload a new video. There's another video coming up over here that the algorithm thinks that you'll like next. Until next time, 73. Bye-bye.